Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 20 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Seattle Seahawks with a new addition of Jamal Adams to their franchise. And I'm going to throw up the trade details on the screen sometime now. Doesn't really matter that much but I am going to make it like realistic. I am going to trade the strong safety and the picks over. So there's that, but Jamal Adams is a huge addition to the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm excited to rebuild this team, and let's start out by getting into the trade with Jamal. So we're here trading a first, and a 3, and we're supposed to receive a 4 from the Jets, and they're supposed to have our strong safety, but they're not going to accept that, so I'm going to have to force trade this. So I'm force trading the 1, and the 3 for the punter, Jamal Adams, and I'm going to switch him back to strong safety. And now I have to trade over our strong safety for their 4th. So they apparently have zero interest, even though one of their top needs is a strong safety. And for some reason, they won't even accept them for a 4th. That doesn't really make any sense. But I could honestly care less about a 4th round pick, so I'm just going to trade him for a 7th. And they don't even want him for a 7th. That's how much they hate this guy, apparently. That's pretty interesting, so I guess I'll give them my 7th as well. I honestly don't care, just as long as this player's on the Jets, that's what matters. So here we are with the overlook of the team now, as we have Russell Wilson as our quarterback. Hopefully he doesn't retire throughout this rebuild. Chris Carson and Rashad Penny, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, Greg Olsen and Will Dissly. I'm going to start Will Dissly. O-line is not good at all. Defensive line is solid. Bobby Wagner, one of the best middle linebacker. I think he might be the best since Luke Kuechly retired. You never know. Shaquem Griffin here and Quentin Dunbar at defensive back. And kicker, I almost forgot to change Jamal Adams from punter to a strong safety. Change his number as well to number 33 because that's what he gets, because that's his number, obviously. I feel stupid for saying that, but I guess I am saying it anyways. Overall, this team is actually pretty solid, so I expect us to do pretty alright the first season. Nothing like too insane, but overall, Madden, you usually have to have a perfect team to win the Super Bowl. And for the first trade, we're trading away KJ Wright and Greg Olsen for a 1st and a 6th from the Bengals. Both of them were pretty old and took up some cap. Next, we are trading our left tackle, our right end, for a 1st and a 1st from the Arizona Cardinals. Next, we are trading our right tackle, a 3rd and a 4th for the 1st round pick from the Tennessee Titans. And I think that will do it for the trade, so let's get back to the team. Here we are with the overlook of the team after the trades. Not too much on offense has actually changed. I don't really think so. Defensively, we did change a little bit with our linebackers and our D-line, but overall, still not too bad. And Quentin Dunbar is 27. I thought he was going to be a little bit older than that, but still, we're probably not going to re-sign him if his contract comes up. Jamal Adams here has Selfless, Enforcer, and Strip Specialist, so that's pretty dang good in my opinion, especially Enforcer. Enforcer is amazing, but apart from that, it is time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Atlanta Falcons, as we are 3-5 at the bottom of the division and a very highly contested division. And looking into the contracts, we have Chris Carson here to re-sign. Chris Carson, 83 overall. I can't pay him that much. Jarran Reed, I did give him superstar development for a breakout challenge because, yeah, it was a breakout challenge, guys. I slowly go through it and pick through breakout challenges. But, yeah, Jarran Reed, superstar development, I re-sign him. Shaquille Griffin, I just can't pay him that much. Quentin Dunbar's here. I'm not going to pay him. And everyone else here I don't have an interest in. So apart from that, guys, I think it would be time to get into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, coming off a loss to the San Francisco 49ers, as we are finished 3rd in the division at 5-9-2. Interesting, as the Cardinals take it at 9-7. Russell Wilson, I thought he would have a better year. 25th best offense, 17th best defense. Chris Carson did not have a good year at all. Russell Wilson, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Chris Carson, yikes, not a good season. Tyler Lockett didn't really have a good season either, but Will Dissly had 11 touchdowns, which is pretty interesting. And defensively, Ben had the most tackles on the team, most tackles for a loss, 15 for Jarran Reed. Most sacks, 4 for Jaron Reed. Interceptions, 2 for Bobby Wagner. And safeties is 0, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So apart from that, guys, I think it would be time to get into the offseason. So let's get into it. And here we are in the offseason as the Texans win the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. And players to resign, such as you're not going to do. And Shaquille Griffin has superstar development now. I don't know why his stats didn't look that insane, but I guess he has it. And he wants to play for a new team next year, even though I boosted the salary. I'm not going to franchise tag him. So I guess I'll just pick him back up in free agency, hopefully for cheaper. Maybe we get him, maybe we don't. Here we are after free agency, as nothing has really changed on the offense. But defensively, well, Tyler Lockett is a little bit upgraded, and DK Metcalf only has star development. But we did get Shaquille Griffin back on a cheaper deal, and we did get Sheldon Rankins as well, which is pretty interesting. And our left outside linebacker, Ben, has a star development now, went from normal to star. Hopefully he can continue to go up. That'd be pretty good for us. And apart from that, guys, I think it would be time to get into the draft. Here we are in the draft with our left end, Lyle. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Roy Quinn, I think is how you pronounce it, our left guard, 77 overall, hidden development. And we draft a defensive back, 76 overall, hidden development. Picked him at number 8. And we picked him at number 25. He's ranked number 5 in the class. Simon Burns, 76 overall, hidden development. And this is what the team looks like after the draft as I move our left guard to center. And everything else hasn't really changed on offense, but defensively, completely beefed up our D-line, and our secondary is looking much better now. But apart from that, guys, I think it would be time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the LA Rams, and we are 3-4. Not what I like to see, but second in the division behind the 6-1 Arizona Cardinals. And looking into the contracts, not really looking to re-sign the defensive tackle. I mean, he's 24 years old, but we already have 2 really good defensive tackles, so I'll probably pick him up cheaper in free agency. But Will Disley is here, and I will give him a contract, and he wants more salary, so I guess I'll give him that at the end of the season. He does deserve it with a star development tight end, 77 overall, but it's time to get into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Washington football team now, not Washington Redskins. But we are 7-9, missing the playoffs as the Cardinals take the division at 9-7. Russell Wilson, again, not having the year I want him to have. 23rd best offense, 19th best defense. Chris Carson, not that amazing. Russell Wilson, 29 TDs, 10 interceptions. Chris Carson, 10 touchdowns, but not that many yards. Not very good. DK Metcalf, not good again, but Trent Taylor has 9 touchdowns, apparently. I don't even know who that is. Ben has the most tackles on our team. Hopefully another development upgrade. Tackles for a loss, 17 for Lyle, my guy. 13 for Jaron Reed. 12 sacks for Sheldon Rankins. Interceptions, 3 for Shaquille Griffin. And safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Shaquille Griffin. So that may be a development upgrade. Maybe not. We never know. But apart from that, it is time to get into the offseason. And here we are in the offseason as the Cardinals win the Super Bowl to the Bengals, 27-24. We are here to re-sign Will Disley. He wanted more salary, so we're going to give it to him. 78 overall, star development. Will Disley does return. And everyone else here I do not have an interest for. So apart from that, guys, we're going to look into the team to see if there's any development upgrades. And Chris Carson, I know all of you are going to say he had a bad season. There's no way he got a development upgrade. I gave him a breakout challenge in the middle of the season. He got one at the midseason mark. I just didn't show it on camera. But Lyle has superstar development, and our other defensive end, Simon Burns, does only have star development. But Sheldon Rankins did get up to superstar, and Ben did get up to superstar. But he's only a 78 overall, so he doesn't have a superstar ability yet. But apart from that, this team is shaping together pretty well. All we need is that free safety, and a right outside linebacker is all right. It's not really the biggest need, but apart from that, it's time to get into free agency. Here we are after free agency as we picked up the left tackle David Bakhtiari from the Packers in free agency. And looking into the defense, we have a Dory Jackson here. And since he's super fast, I plan to put him at free safety. It seems to fit him pretty well in my opinion. And I think he'll be good there as he is an 87 overall superstar development, free safety. Unfakeable is his development trait. Apparently everybody has unfakeable on my team. That's pretty weird. But apart from that, this team looks pretty good and it's time to get into the draft. Here we are in the draft picking up a right outside linebacker. It's not the biggest need, but Trey Foley is the pick, 75 overall, hidden development. And this is the team after the draft. As the O-line did slightly improve, too big because there's no really developments on O-line, and we did complete the defense with the right outside linebacker. I don't believe I'm going to be picking any more defense in the draft from now on, but apart from that, guys, it is time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Los Angeles Rams as we are 5-2. That's what I like to see. Finally, we are second in the division behind the 7-1 San Francisco 49ers. Jamal Adams is here, and I'm going to have to re-sign him, of course, and he wants more salary, but we're going to give that to him. Tyler Lockett is here as well. We're going to re-sign him. Tyler Lockett is re-signed. Our punter, I can get him cheaper in free agency, so I am going to let him walk for now. Jordan Brooks is here. He shouldn't be here. His rookie contract should allow him to be here for another year. And a lot of these rookie contracts are messed up. So I'm going to fix that off camera. And apart from that, guys, it is time to get into the playoffs. And you're kidding me, dude. Really? We missed the playoffs once again, coming off a win to the San Francisco 49ers, as the San Francisco 49ers take the division at 13-3, and we finish 9-7, second in the division. And Russell Wilson, again, not having the season I want him to for the third time in a row. 25th best offense, 17th best defense. Chris Carson, not good either. Russell Wilson, 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. A little bit high on the interceptions. Chris Carson, 10 touchdowns and not even 1,000 yards. Tyler Lockett didn't even do that good, but ball distribution was good. And defensively, Bobby Wagner with the most tackles on the team. Most tackles for a loss, 10 for Jerron Reed. Sacks, 10 for Simon Burns. Interceptions, 5 for Shaquille Griffin. That may be a development upgrade. 5 interceptions? Wow. 0 safeties, and 1 defensive touchdown for Ben. That's pretty interesting. Maybe he could even get a development upgrade. You never know. Superstar X Factor. Went from normal to Superstar X Factor. That'd be interesting. But it's time to get into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason, as apparently, guys, I meant to simulate to the offseason, but I ended up simulating to free agency. And now I forgot. That means I forgot to re-sign Jamal Adams. So Jamal Adams is on the Bengals as a punter because I tried to trade for him back and put him on the team, but I couldn't because it would apparently exceed the league salary cap. But I'm going to get him back. Do not worry. I screwed up free agency because I accidentally simulated through free agency instead of actually, playing it out and actually doing my contracts. But don't worry, I'm going to get him back. But Trey Foley has unfakeable, another unfakeable superstar. Unfakeable isn't even that good of a trait, guys, okay? But overall, this team is great. I'm going to get Jamal Adams back. Just wait, guys. Don't worry, don't panic. But let's get into the draft. And here we are after the draft, as the O-line did improve, but we won't use that second string star development guard. But we did get Jamal Adams back, so don't worry, he is back. And I think he has different development. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think he has actually a different Superstar X Factor, but I don't think that matters. But apart from that, guys, I think it'd be time to get into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are coming off a win to the Kansas City Chiefs, and we are on a bye week. So we are 5-3, third in the division behind the Cardinals and the LA Rams. Very highly contested division. And Bobby Wagner is here, so is DK Metcalf and all these other players. But I don't need to re-sign them because it is the final season. And apart from that, guys, it is time to get into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs with a first round bye, coming off a win to the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are 13-3. Russell Wilson finally having the amazing season I wanted him to. Third best offense, seventh best defense. Chris Carson with over 1,000 yards finally. 6 interceptions, 34 touchdowns for Russell Wilson. Chris Carson over 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. DK Metcalf with almost 1,000 yards but 10 touchdowns. Defensively, Bobby Wagner with the most tackles for a loss, 15 for Lyle. And sacks is 11 for Simon Burns. And a 10 and 10. Very good sacks. That's a lot of sacks, actually. Interceptions, 4 for Adoree Jackson. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Adoree Jackson. So that's pretty great. And apart from that, guys, I'm just going to simulate this first game right here. And to move on to the divisional, we are playing a division rival, Arizona Cardinals, in the playoffs. I'm going to hop in here because this is our first time making the playoffs in the rebuild. So let's jump into it. Here we are in the playoffs and in the game in the third quarter, 21-28 as we are up 31-21. That really puts a seal on this one. 38-28, 40 seconds left, 0 seconds left as the Seattle Seahawks beat your Arizona Cardinals 38-28 to move on to the conference championship. Here we are in the conference championship, here to face the 12-4 Minnesota Vikings, and they're going to be at home as we are on the road. So let's jump into it. As we're jumping into it straight away, showing you guys even the first quarter, and third down alert, 7-0 for your Minnesota Vikings in the first quarter. Still 7-0, 7-3 now actually, 7-10. Come on, go faster. 14-10. Third down alert. Punts it away. 2-minute drill. Defense help. 21-10. Not looking good for us. 13-21 by half. And it looks as if, come on, 16-21 and 24-16. Come on. Can this load a little bit faster? 24-16, 24-24 as we are on a comeback from 11 points down earlier in the first half. But 24-24, red zone alert, third down alert, come on, field goal, 27-24, and I'm gonna hop in here. As I did hop in and I secured the lead, stopping them up with my defense. 24-27 is your final score as we move on to the Super Bowl. And here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the Madden simulation gods, aka the Cleveland Browns. And looking into the team to see if there's any development upgrades. Don't really see any on offense, which is a little bit disappointing. And defensively, Adoree Jackson did get one with shutdown and universal coverage are his new abilities. Apart from that, I don't really see anything else, and I would say it's time to get into the Super Bowl matchup. So let's just jump straight into it, shall we? Here in the third quarter, as we are up 17-14 against the Browns, entering the fourth quarter as it is 21-17 as we are choking a lead right now. Seems kind of familiar, cough cough, the Falcons against Patriots, but not that big of a lead, but still 21-17 is actually going to be your final score. Wow, we don't even make a comeback. 21-17 as we lose the Super Bowl. Anyways, guys, that you guys all enjoyed. We did not win the Super Bowl, but we did still make it to the Super Bowl with Jamal Adams, and I think in Jamal Adams' book, making it to the playoffs would seem like an accomplishment, something the Jets cannot do. But either way, I'm still very, very happy with this team. I'm not happy that we lost to the Browns in the Super Bowl, but overall, 99 overall, universal coverage, selfless, X Factor from Jamal Adams. But overall, pretty great rebuild, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.